morning, everyone. Welcome to the Unity on the River Sunday Zoom.
Good morning, everyone. So please join us energetically as we sing our opening song, Surely, Surely the Presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Let us pray. Let us collectively, right here and right now, come into this sacred and holy here and now moment. A moment like no other moment before and no other moment after. As we remember, as we celebrate all that we know the divine to be, whether we call it God, a spirit, or source, it is the everywhere presentness of love, of order, of possibility, of pure potentiality, of intelligence. And we celebrate the knowing that in its everywhere presence, it is everywhere present, it is present in and through and as us, that we are the divine made manifest. We are love, we are intelligence, we are pure potentiality, and we are infinite possibility. So we release and let go of any old patterns, any old beliefs, anything and everything that would keep us from realizing the truth of our divine nature. Today we accept, we claim, we acknowledge, and we remember the truth. That we are divine, that we are worthy, that we are possible. And so it is. Amen. And amen.
Thank you, Amy. And I'm going to go share a poem to commemorate this new year as well. May this be the day we come together. Mourning, we come to mend. Withered, we come to weather. Torn, we come to tend. Battered, we come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. We steadily vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it, to leave the known and take the first steps. So let us not return to what was normal, but reach forward to what is next. What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes we forswore, now the future we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we're now awake. These moments we missed are now these moments we make, the moments we meet.
That was amazing. Oh my gosh. So we take that forward in this beautiful affirmation. I am the one. I am the one I am waiting for. Please join me. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. I am the daughter and the son of the Queen's kingdom. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one, daughter and the son. I am the daughter and the son of the King's queendom. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. And I will never walk alone as long as I believe I am protected and so strong. In spirit I am free. I am free. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. Oh, I am the one I've been waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one I am waiting for. Yes, I am. I hope. I am the one. I am the son and the daughter of the Queen's kingdom. I am the one. I am the daughter and the son of the King's queendom. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. So it is.
Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to Unity on the River on this gorgeous, beautiful day. My name is Amy Joslin. I am a licensed Unity teacher, and I am so excited to be leading the service today. And there we go. I just had something on my screen that I couldn't clear. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity on the River. Hey, if we have any new people that haven't watched our services or been to our service before, if you can raise your hand just so that we can collectively just welcome you. Know that we so appreciate your presence with us, that your presence enriches. Oh, Nancy S. Good morning. Glad to have you with us. We honor all paths to God, and we so appreciate your presence here. You add to the collective beauty of who Unity on the River is. So thank you so very, very much for being with us this morning. All right. So from your home, now I want to make sure that your neighbors can hear you. All right. We're going to say our mission and our vision statement. Annabelle? There we go. Our mission. We are a vibrant spiritual community that celebrates the presence in all and awakens humanity to its divinity. In our vision, centered in love, we joyously co-create a world of oneness, peace, and harmony. And so we are, and so it is. And now Brian.
Well, it's always interesting to go back to Zoom after having not been on Zoom for a while, but here we are. We shift gears quickly and we make the best of it.
Yes.
This ever-shifting water in the river of this life, I was swimming, seeking comfort. I was wrestling waves to find a boulder I could cling to, a stone to hold me fast, where I let the fretful waters of the river around me pass. So I found an anchor, a blessed resting place, a trusty rock I called my Savior, for there I would be safe from the river and its dangers, and I proclaim my rock divine, and I prayed it to protect me, and the rock it replied. God is a river, not just a stone. God's a wild, raging rapid and a slow, meandering flow. God's a deep and narrow passage and a peaceful, sandy shore. God is the river swimmer, just let go. Still I clung to my rock tightly, with conviction in my arms, never looking at the stream to keep my mind from thoughts of harm. But the river kept on coming, kept on tugging at my legs, till at last my fingers faltered and I was swept away. So I'm going with the flow now, the relentless twists and bends, acclimating to the motion and a sense of being led. This river's like my body now, it carries me along through the ever-changing scenes and by the rocks that sing this song. God is a river, not just a stone. God's the wild, raging rapids and the slow, meandering flow. God's a deep and narrow passage and a peaceful, sandy shore. God is the river, so let go. God God is a river, not just a stone. God's the wild raging rapids and the slow meandering flow. God's a deep and narrow passage and a peaceful sandy shore. God is the river, so let go. God is the river, so let go.
Wow, what a gorgeous, gorgeous song. Thank you so much, Brian. That was just beautiful and heart-opening. Thank you so very, very much. Ah, so in Revelations 2:17 it states, as I paraphrase, "He who has an ear to hear, let him hear what the Spirit says. I will give him a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to him that receives it." Known only to him that receives it. So it is White Stone Sunday. Woo-hoo-hoo. My pagan heart is so happy. Every year at this time, we, along with other Unity communities and New Thought communities all over the world, participate in both a burning bowl ceremony or some type of release ceremony, like we did last week. And that's that's an example of a denial. So we're letting go of the old and we're welcoming in the new. And the white stone ceremony is a form of an affirmation where we're stepping into a new and higher expression of ourselves. So one of the things that I meant to do when we were opening up today, we're going to have to be creative. If you were present with us today and we were physically meeting, you would have received one of these cool handy dandy stones that I have a collection, quite the collection of over 20 years worth. But today we're going to be creative. So at some point I'm going to invite you, you're going to need a pen, something to write with. A rock. I have my rock from when we closed our building on Macy Street. You can use a Post-it if you're a fan of Grey's Anatomy, or flashcards, anything. Rock, anything that you can write with. You'll need for today later on when we go through our meditation. So this morning I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history of the white stone, why we do it every year, and then I'm going to guide you through a meditation that will give you the opportunity to listen to your soul for a word or a symbol that can support you in stepping into this glorious year. So, just to give you a little background on the white stones, the white stones actually come from a quarry that is near Bethlehem in Hebron. And the religious significance of this is that this is where the tomb of the patriarchs is located. It is holy to both Jew and Muslim, and it houses the burial sites of biblical figures like Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Sarah and Rebecca and Leah. And what's really cool is that both the Hebrew name Hebron and the Arabic name El Hali derive from the word friend in reference to their shared forefather, which is Abraham. The spiritual significance to many other Christian faiths is that when you wet the stone with water, and I'm going to dunk my finger in my water. Sometimes if you dunk it in water, yeah, it doesn't really show on here, but there's some red or orange veins that run through it, and they They see that as a symbolism of the blood that Jesus sacrificed on the cross. In unity, we have a different viewpoint. Red is the color that we associate with the disciple Judas, and it represents the spiritual power of life, which is our ability to energize, to vitalize, to enliven and make whole. It's also believed that years ago, when people were getting out of prison, they would be given a white stone, like a clean slate, that if they chose it, they could have a new beginning. So that is what the white stones are about. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll have them available if you want them. And they're great. But you know what? Any rock that you have or anything that you have that you set intention to can also work for this. Okay. So why? Why? I know for me, I'm a pagan geek and I just love ritual, but ritual for me is a physical form of prayer. It's kinesthetic. So for me, it gets in to my consciousness on a whole different level because it involves my senses as well. The white stone is, like I said, an active symbol of an affirmation. You know, we've cleared away the old and we're ready to claim a new nature and a new way of being. You know, it's a chance to create a whole new blank canvas filled with potentiality, with all possibility. In the Greek language, they have two words for time. I loved this last week when Mindy Odlin was holding up papers back. So the Greek have two words for time. And one we're kind of all familiar with, which is chronos. And that's that, think of a clock or a watch. It's the days, the times. It's that measurement that we put to time. But Kairos is pregnant time. It's that energy of a precipice, crossroads. They're the events and the time in our life that change us, that create a shift within us. Has anyone ever experienced that when you've had a crossroad or something happen or an insight or wisdom that has changed who you are in a really powerful way? Well, that's Kairos. And I really do believe that throughout this pandemic, that the pandemic, whether we like it or not, has kind of brought us into that Kairos energy. Because we're finding that we have to be flexible, right? Like moving a church service online when we hadn't really planned that before. We're learning technology like we never did before. All kinds of different things are opening. Just when we think we've got a plan set up, things shift and change. And I think that is Kairos. That's the energy of Kairos. And what I know is that we have the amazing power within us to handle all of it. Because we are brilliant and we are resilient. Can you say that along with me? I am brilliant and resilient. Yeah, that is the truth of who we are, for sure. So I think as we will be going into a time of meditation, that taking this time this morning to intentionally listen to our souls, we're tapping into and we're activating that Kairos time. I'm just so grateful for the music this morning, and I'm really grateful for Annabelle for reading that beautiful poem by Amanda Gorman, who is just a poet laureate, a presidential poet laureate, and just an incredible soul that puts words to these times. And one of the lines from that poem that I really loved is that the last line says, to leave the known and take the first step. So let us not return to what is normal, but to reach for what is next. So today we're going to reach for what is next for us. We're going to take some time in the silence to really listen to what our soul wants to invite us into for this coming year. Meg will be bringing us in a minute with a beautiful chant from Curtis Haynes, which I love. And before we start the meditation, I'm going to read a powerful personal I am affirmation statement from Howard Falco, who was a guest speaker several years ago, and we did his book for I Am as one of our adventures in faith. But for me, it's just an additional way in case we have that lingering stuff that still is coming up for us that we might not, sometimes when we release stuff, it comes back and then we have to release it again. So it's just a final way of releasing that before we go into the affirmation process. So I do invite you to get comfortable in your chair. And I also, like I said, I invite you to grab a paper and a pen. Now this year, if you don't have anything physical, sometimes people like to hold their stone while we go through this. But you know what? We have the greatest touchstone available to us. It's our heart. So as we go through this process, I'm going to invite you to use your own inner touchstone by really putting your hand on your heart and put it on in such a way that you can really, really feel it. This hope is our door and it is our portal. Yes. And now I'll allow Meg to bring us in with a beautiful chant. Thank you, Meg.
On love, on love, I will give you an everlasting name, an everlasting hope, an everlasting claim on love, on love,
So I just invite you, wherever you are, to just breathe deeply 3 times and release. And release. And to just maybe lower your gaze. Put your hand in your heart. And take in these words if they resonate with you. In this moment, I grant myself the permission to open to and embrace a new idea of who I am. I take responsibility for all the decisions in my life that have led me to this sacred moment. I choose to do this without any guilt, shame, or regret, understanding that for each moment of my existence, I have done the best that I could have at that particular moment. I understand that everyone is doing the best that he or she can do in his or her own way for daily survival, just like me. While I may not condone some of the actions that I or others have taken previously or choose them again, I will draw upon the wisdom gained from these experiences to make new, more empowered choices now. I am learning that every experience that I have gone through during my entire life has served me in some way. Therefore, I choose to accept and to be grateful for everything and everyone in my life that is allowing me to learn the lessons that I brought myself. I understand that in every moment, the elegant universe is always presenting me with exactly what I need to learn and accept about my situation in order for me to move closer to the experiences I truly desire. I am worthy of peace, happiness, and a vision of life I imagine for myself. I now realize that any idea of personal imperfection, lack, or limitation is an illusion. This is an illusion that I no longer choose to maintain and live by my life by, but rather I choose to set myself free to a new life of unlimited possibility. I am not who I was 10 years ago, 1 week ago, or even 5 minutes ago. I am whom I decide to be right now. This is my greatest power. While I may have many new learning experiences along the way that will ultimately to what I ultimately want to achieve, I will eventually succeed because I now have awakened to fully honor, respect, and have faith in the true power of love and creative perfection that I am. So let's just let that resonate for a moment. And now I'm going to invite you to call upon your spiritual power of imagination. Imagine yourself barefoot and walking on a path. It's a beautiful path, custom made just for you, and you can feel the softness of the dirt or the sand under your feet. And as you walk along this path, you are led to a river. This is the river of your soul. This is the river of unconditional love. God is a river, everywhere present. Imagine yourself walking towards this river. And you just feel such a strong desire to step into this river. But before you do, see if you can visualize that anything that might have felt like a burden, anything that might be heavy on your heart, you are now leaving at the riverside. And now, if you are ready to begin walking into this river. This river is warm and inviting. Imagine yourself fully saturated, even maybe dunking your head underneath. The water is refreshing and healing. It's that wonderful feeling of being totally cleansed, refreshed, and renewed. As you float around in this water, totally free from anything that might have happened in the past. A feeling of readiness emerges from within you. It's feelings of complete surrender and at the same time, excitement. That there is something that is ready to emerge as you, as your next highest expression, whether it be a word or a symbol. As you are floating, take this time in the silence now to listen to that calling. What is calling me into my next expression? What wants to emerge as me? as we sit in the silence. Allow what needs to emerge to emerge. Hear it being whispered lovingly and gently into your ear. And as we feel a sense of completeness of coming out of the river, emerging, transformed, emerging clear, emerging with a sense of freedom, Let that word or symbol emerge. Whether it be a message in the sand or in the clouds above, or vibrating in your heart. Or perhaps even at this time that you haven't quite heard anything yet. That's okay. Your soul will whisper it in the right and perfect time. Allow yourself to emerge, softened, lighter, open, claiming and willing. And if you're ready to write whatever symbol or word came to you on a stone or a piece of paper or whatever vehicle you have before you, I welcome you to write that now. Knowing that wherever you are is perfect and beautiful. You are brilliant and resilient.
I will give you an everlasting name, an everlasting hope, an everlasting claim on love. On love, I will give you an everlasting name, an everlasting hope, an everlasting claim on love. On love. One more time together. I will give you an everlasting name, an everlasting hope, an everlasting claim on love. On love, on love, on love, on love.
That was beautiful, Meg. Thank you so much. I love that process. And trust whatever word you got, a symbol. It may not make sense to you right now. And if you didn't get anything, that's okay too. No worries, no worries. It'll come when it's meant to come. I had one year that the stone was just blank. And it truly ended up being perfect, perfect. And if you don't understand it, you'll know eventually. Um, it's all perfect. It's all perfect. Well, this is the time in our service that we invite you to share in that beautiful and joyous law of circulation, where we bless our tithes and offerings. And I'm going to invite Annabelle to put on the screen all the different glorious ways that you can donate to our center. But what I'd like you to do, wherever you are right now, is to just put your hands together. Actually, rub them together. Create some energy there. And recite along with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Remember, you can donate over text. Just text to give to 833-702-4337, or you can donate on Venmo. Find the donate through the Venmo button on the bottom of the website. By ever which means that you give to the center, we thank you. We see these tithes and these offerings multiplying like the fishes and loaves. We see them expanding the work that we do, and we know that they go forth to bless us and bless our community and bless the world. And so it is. And now Annabelle's got some announcements.
Hey everyone, thank you, Amy. So we've had a bunch of events in December, and there are some more events for January, but they are in the greater Unity, especially the Unity Eastern region spheres. And one Unity Village event, which will be online, is for Martin Luther King Day. And it's an event called Progress, Not Perfection. It's online only, so you can stream in. And it will take place on January 17th, 2022 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's some more information for that on the website under Unity Events and Unity Happenings. And then I don't think I have any more announcements. I think that's just the only one.
I think I have just a thought that we should keep vigilant about this process, that whether we're going to stay online or come back into our synagogue temple for our services in person, it will have to be a weekly decision based on CDC guidelines and what's going on in the community. And all of us that love you so much want to keep us all safe. So let's just keep tabs on keep looking at the website, and we'll keep you posted. Hopefully we'll be back in either next week or very soon.
Thank you for that, Meg. And now I will turn it to you again to do the last song.
That's Brian.
Oh, Brian.
He's over here. All right, let's see. Hang on. I'll do it. There we go. Hey, everyone. Hope you're well and safe, and the COVID's not too close to you. And if it is, I hope it's not bad. That seems to be the phrase of the new year. And I did write down my white stone. You want to see it? There it is, right there.
I milk.
Just a little lighthearted humor. I think mine is going to be survive, right? That's what we want to do, and thrive. I'm going to lay down my burdens down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm going to lay down my burdens song for 2022. I'm gonna give myself a brand new name. That's perfect, isn't it? All together now. I'm gonna give myself a brand new name. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. I'm gonna give myself a brand new name. Down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Let's see, we're gonna live in peace and harmony. Got it? Here we go. We're gonna live in peace and harmony. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Daisy does not want to live in peace and harmony. She wants to get out. Down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. What do you say, Daisy? Daisy. She won't bark on command now. She's barking while we're singing. Alright, here we go. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Alright, here's a unity one for sure. I'm gonna take up my divinity. Say that. That's a tongue twister. Here we go. I'm gonna take up my divinity. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. I'm gonna take up my divinity. Down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. If John Hyde were here, he'd have this transition perfect. That man is a saint. We're gonna all join in one more time on the chorus, okay? Daisy's gonna bark along with us. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. As you can hear, Daisy is barking along. You got one more song, Daisy. You gotta hang on. So let us all join our virtual hands together as we do. This song is it's far more universal. I learned it in Catholic Church. And I was recently at a Unitarian Universalist, and they sing it at the end of their services. So it's just nice, and it's nice how universal that is. So here's to 2022. Right, Daisy? Away we go. 1, 2, 3. Let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. on earth, and let it begin with me. Take it away, Amy.
The light of God surrounds us.
We are the
We
light
are
of
the
God.
light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
We are the love of God.
Power of God protects us.
We
We
are the
are
power
the
of
power
God.
of God.
And the presence of God watches over us.
We are the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God
Is.
And
All
All
is
is
well.
well,
and
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 we
we are
are
rich.
richly blessed.
blessed.
Blessed.